Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's third video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the 14 days for today's third video. Day 10 will take us to the 11th of November, 11th of the 11th, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles, maybe on a couple of weeks. We'll have the CFS B2 for December at the end of the video. The opening salvo for the CFS monthlies for December coming up at the end of the video, so stick around for that, and you'll see that as the climax, I guess, of the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much everyone for doing that. First video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've also released Jeremy Friday. We've got Pub Run Live coming up at 10:30 this evening. Pub Run is back for another season, so I shall see you at 10:30 for a little bit of a pub run. And there's a channel member live stream as well. If you're a channel member, check into your November channel member live stream at 6 PM this evening. And if all of that wasn't enough, Terry Scolding's November forecast will be released on the GavsWeatherVids blog around 7:30 this evening. That's when we'll be releasing Terry Scolding's November forecast. So you'll be able to see what Terry's forecasting for November a little bit later on. Right, so busy day for Gav today. Blimey, I'll be on an iron lung by the end of today. Anyway, just to say that the GavsWeatherVids calendar is back on sale. Got a second batch of calendars that we're selling for £12.50. There's the front cover of the amazing GavsWeatherVids calendar. If you would like that, then all you need to do is log into your PayPal account and then send £12.50 with your name and address. That's usually included with the PayPal account, but just make sure that it is included. So send £12.50 to GavsWeatherVids PayPal account, and, you know, let us know it's for the calendar. We'll assume it is anyway. And that's what you need to do. We'll send the calendar out to you, and that is how you can get yourself the GavsWeatherVids 2025 calendar. It's absolutely amazing. One of the best things that I've ever been involved with. The quality is so unbelievably good, you know. So thank you so much to James 098 for designing our calendar and whatnot. And yeah, I love it. So thanks so much to everyone who's brought the calendar so far. We sold out in a few days with the first batch of calendars, and we'll see how long it takes to sell the second batch of calendars. But if you want it, I would get in as quickly as you can. Right, so thank you so much everybody for embracing that. GavsWeatherVids calendar for 2025 is back on sale. Once all of those calendars are sold, then that's it. We won't have any more stock in for the 2025 calendar. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, okay, so we've got some interest areas in the tropical and subtropical Atlantic. We've got 3 yellow X's, one just here, and one down there. So let's go through them in turn. That disturbance 3 got a 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 and 7 days. Don't have to worry too much about that. That disturbance 2, again, 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 and 7 days. And they've got disturbance 1 just here. This one looks a little bit more interesting. That's got a 30% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but a 70% chance in the next 7 days. A broad area of low pressure is likely to develop over the southwestern Caribbean Sea during the next day or so. Gradual development is possible thereafter, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this weekend or early next week, while the system drifts gradually northwards or northwestward over the central and western Caribbean Sea. So that could be our next tropical storm and or hurricane. We are very late on into the season now, but not too late to get a tropical storm or a hurricane. The season doesn't officially end until the last day of November, so there is still time to get a significant development there, and we shall be keeping a very close eye on that over the next few days. Central temperature is or is confirmed, I should say, at 11.5. That is nearly 1 degree above 61 to 1990 average for October. So it's been a rather milder than average month, not exceptionally so, but certainly a bit above average. And that is the first time we've had an 11 Celsius CT finish for October since 2009. Interestingly, that October was 11.5. So the last time we was in the 11s was in 2009, and it was the same temperature, 11.5. So we shall see, of course, what November comes out as in about a month's time. We'll keep you updated as we go through November on how the CET is doing. Looks like it's going to be significantly above average, certainly for the first half of November. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Exeter. And we're starting above average for the next week, 10 days for Exeter. A very mild, if not quite warm, period coming up. We find the upper air temperatures revert closer to average around the middle and into the second half of the month. Of course, that's a long way off its very extended range and therefore unreliable. Within the more reliable time frame, which is like a week, 10 days out, very significantly above average. Precipitation-wise, lots of dry weather to come over the next week to 10 days as well. We're high and dry, mild and dry, warm and dry. And after that, well, a little bit showery into the second week of November, but pretty dry. It's not until we get into the middle and second half of the month that we find the precipitation spikes starting to get a little bit stronger then. So maybe slightly more unsettled around the middle part of November. But again, I have to emphasise that's a long way off and is unreliable. Temperature anomalies from the 1st to the 9th of November above average, not just the UK and Ireland, most parts of Europe. And precipitation anomalies from the 1st to the 9th of November, very substantially drier than average. Related information from earth-nullschool.net shows that we've got high pressure sitting right over top of the country as we start November. First day of the month has high pressure in control, and that will be the case, I think, for the coming several days as well. Right, let's start going through chart data then. This is our latest UK Met Euro run. It's looking midnight on Monday. High pressure over south of the country, high and dry as we begin next week. And that pattern carries on throughout the week. Low pressure tries to get in from off the Atlantic. Doesn't really do so successfully though. So high pressure remains in control. Winds coming up from a southerly direction. It's bound to be mild. We spoke yesterday about possibility of inversion. That possibility is still there. We'll have to look, day by day at sounding to see whether inversions are a possibility. If they do occur, they're most likely to be in the south and in the east. But fundamentally, it's a very mild and dry pattern that we have there. And then it's our icon is looking again. High pressure is in control for Monday throughout next week. Well, weather system tries to get in around the middle part of next week into the northwest. So perhaps the rain for Scotland to Northern Ireland very mild with both southwesterly winds, mostly dry though for England and Wales. And as we go on through the week, the high pressure just basically stays in control. So again, high and dry throughout next week. Very, very mild with that as well. KMA looks like this. So high pressure is continuing to sit to the south of the east of the country all the way up towards daytime. No changes. I won't go any further than that. It looks like something went wrong with the run update in 240 hours. So anyway, up to day 10 or 234 hours, which is just about 6 hours short of day 10. High pressure is still there, mostly dry up to the 10th of November with that. Okay, let's have a look at GFS midnight run. Once more, high pressure dominating the weather through the early to middle part of next week. Second half next week, again, the high pressure continuing to rule the roost. By day 10, perhaps slightly more unsettled weather coming to the northwest of the country, a little bit more showery there, but mostly dry with ridge down in the south. And then high pressure just builds strongly again, actually, beyond day 10. So lots of dry and fine weather. Not till the very end of the GFS midnight run do we see heights beginning to lower enough to start to suggest lower pressure is coming in from off the Atlantic. Still, even up to 17th of November, not particularly unsettled, but low pressure is by then threatening to the west of the UK and Ireland. However, that is a very, very, very long way off. GFS 6Z again showing high pressure dominating and in the ascendancy for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You get the idea. High pressure is there or thereabouts, bringing loads of dry and fine weather, often very mild, if not quite warm, certainly with the upper air temperatures. Inversions on the surface are a possibility, and we'll have to keep an eye on that potential. But otherwise, it's a fundamentally dry and very mild pattern here. Now we get to the end of the GFS 6Z, and we start to develop quite a big area of low pressure in the Atlantic. So this will start to blow the cobwebs away. 15th of November, deep low to the southwest approaches, and turning increasingly unsettled then into the second half of the month with a dartboard low, bringing outbreaks of rain in from off the Atlantic there. Again, though, that is a very, very long way out. It's like 2 weeks away, so don't that as being certain by any means. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. Make sure to everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe too. We thank to everyone for doing that. We need to put on around 88, I think, 88 or 87 subscribers to get ourselves to 19k. Though we are on the final push, on the final grind to 19k subs. If you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. GM, again, high pressure dominates weather on Monday. No change, no deviation there. And then into or through next week, just high pressure continue to sit to the south. I mean, east potentially lower pressure out to the north and west. Always a chance of some showery bursts into the northwest of the country, but most places looking dry. And also looking mild or very mild with those winds coming up from a southerly or a southeasterly direction. And then the ECM midnight run rounds it all off with high pressure over and to the east, potentially mostly dry and fine conditions. Into the middle part of the week and the second half next week again, high pressure since over to the east of the country. Winds come up from southerly, southeast direction, very mild, pretty dry as well. Could just start to turn slightly more showery perhaps by around day 9 and 10 into the north, but basically high pressure even up to day 10 is still in control. Not much to say really, is there? This is a precipitation forecast based on the ECM run from Tibet.com. We won't dwell on that for too long as there's going to be a lot of dry weather. Some showery bursts into the north and the northwest through the early to middle part of next week, but basically most places are dry until we get to about days 9 and 10, and then a little bit more showering in the northwest there. Right, these are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. Gets us to the 11th of November, 11th of the 11th. 30 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure in the Atlantic. High pressure is to the southwest, and winds are coming in from a westerly direction. Mostly dry in the south, could be a little bit more unsettled and showery up in the north, but still high pressure, mostly in control there. 17 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure across the south, a little bit of low pressure in the Atlantic, a bit showery there as well. And then we've got 4 with but quite deep low pressure west of Scotland. That's perhaps slightly more unsettled. Even in the south, that might bring a little bit of rain, although you'll notice there is still a ridge just to the south of the country. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It will get us to the 16th of November. 23 members of the ECM ensembles with quite a bit of low pressure in the Atlantic. So that's more unsettled, I think, and possibly a bit cooler as well, actually. Winds perhaps slightly more from the northwest. We've got 14 with low pressure out in the Atlantic. That looks pretty flat and westerly. High pressure is down here, trying to cling on to the south. And then we've got 14, quite a big change, with low pressure in the North Sea, somewhere around Denmark. And we're bringing in a northwesterly flow with that, possibly even a bit of a northerly type flow. Now, that's a lot more unsettled, and it's a lot cooler, if not colder, as well. It's a minority option, only 14 going for that, but colder and more unsettled there. In 2 weeks' time. So at day 10, it looks like high pressure will still be dominant at day 10. At day 14, we might see a change to something at least more unsettled, if not colder, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, this is the opening salvo for December from the CFS monthly. Remember, these charts change daily, but today's 700 millibar height anomaly idea. Look away now if you want a cold December. It looks like this: high pressure over and to the south of the country, very similar to November's pattern actually. Low pressure up to the north, and that will bring the wind in from a southwesterly or westerly direction. Mostly dry again in December, but very mild if that comes off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not very seasonal looking there. The temperature anomaly is a little bit above average, and the precipitation anomaly doesn't show all that much of a signal. But it's only opening salvo. That will probably change several times between now and the 1st of December. So we shall see. I won't worry too much about that at the moment. But we'll see. Anyway, that's it for the video. If you've enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. Drop a comment as to what you think about this and all of our videos and content. Don't forget to tell friends back as well as get to subscribe too. Thanks so much, everyone, for doing that. So we've got 2 live streams going this evening. A channel member stream at 6 p.m. I'll see you later on, channel members. And then at half time, got the pub run live as well. So for the first time this season, yes, we will be live streaming GFS and ECM, aka the pub run. And then loads coming up on the channel. Don't forget to tell your Scully's November forecast on the GavsWeatherVids blog as well at 7:30. I'm going to be ready to pass out by midnight, I can tell you that. But that's all today. The weekend's going to be epic as well. So tomorrow, got 6 a.m. UK weather forecast, ECMWF 42-day forecast, weekend forecast, and a 10 to 14 day. And then on Sunday, again, it all kicks off with 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. We've got the 10th winter 2024-25 update coming up. That's going to be an absolute epic. We'll be live at 6 p.m. on Sunday, discussing the 10th winter update and doing some long range as well. So lots to look forward to on the channel over the weekend. Please keep checking back for more. But this one, that's all for now. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and bye for now.